Yo, welcome back, Cornbread Movie Review family. We are back with another episode of a movie review. We got to talk about it. Got to talk about it. What movie we gonna talk about? Take a guess. Ladies, come on. I know what we got to talk about. But before we get into that, make sure y'all subscribe and share and roll my intro.
Hey, Cornbread review off the bat, bro. You might not like my review there, man. Yeah, so all in all, man, it ended up coming up 2.5 out of 5. Two of them things. Yo. 5 out of 5 cornbreads for the cornbread review. What you think?
All right. We here to talk about Without Remorse. Without Remorse. We got to talk about it. All my Michael B. Jordan fans, come on. We got to talk about this movie, man. So for you guys, this movie is on Amazon Prime. I don't know how much Amazon Prime is. I think it's under $10 though. Or if you have Amazon, they count. You get the streaming services as well. So you don't have to pay anything extra for this movie. So it's on Amazon Prime. It is rated R. About movie time, 1 hour and 49 minutes. But I think with this, it's about 1 hour 35. All right, hour 35 before the credits roll. So that's how we doing it. Without Remorse, we got to talk about this movie, man. Highly anticipated, at least for me. I don't know how you guys feel, but at least for me, highly anticipated. But we got to break this down the Cornbread Review way, man. Have to break it down. First category, as always, out of 5 categories. First category, acting. Got to discuss it. Michael B. Jordan is in this movie. All the ladies out there, he's in this movie. He has a shirt off every movie, man. Like, can I tell? No, I'm gonna keep my shirt on for y'all, man. I'm gonna keep my shirt on to, keep the views up. So keep my shirt on. But Michael B. Jordan is in this movie. Jodie Smith is in this movie. You guys might know her from The Last Ship, and also she was just in the movie Queen and Slim. That's a pretty solid movie. Queen and Slim. Also, Jamie Bell is in this movie. Here's a little role. It's important, but still a little role. But Jodie Smith, the main character, or the co-host, really. But Michael B. Jordan, the #1 character. He looked like he was having fun making this movie, man. Jumping out of planes and swimming and shooting up people and fight scenes. I mean, who wouldn't think that was a bad thing, Michael B. Jordan does a great job of capturing losing someone. Or loss or sadness. He does a great job at that. I don't ever see him smiling in any movies. But he takes the physical part serious. You see the stunt double a couple times, so he didn't do every stunt. But he takes the physical part serious, and he takes his acting role of losing someone very serious, right? But he wasn't happy in this movie. Wasn't much dialogue. If it was quick, and then they wanted to get to the action. Kind of cheesy lines a little bit. The dialogue was real cheesy. But overall, that category for me, acting was just okay. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. All right. Next category, cinematography. Film locations were Syria, Washington, D.C., Russia. I really hope they weren't Atlanta. They didn't look like it, right? But the scenes that they were shooting at, good. Visually great. Crisp. Great scene selection too. So to whoever the casting director of picking out the scenes and making this look good, Tom Clancy, it's written off of one of his books. So scenes, great. Underwater scenes too, very rare. You get a couple points from me for that. A lot of underwater scenes. So overall, it wasn't, it didn't break the barrier of cinematography I've seen. It was very standard what they did. So, it's not a Matrix that just changed everything, Avatar. So those are the things, Midsommar, kind of the transitions, the editing, how they did it. That's how you get the top points for me. Editing was just, some parts were bad. They had an explosion. They had 4 or 5 different films, cameras filming, and it was like they cut to each one for that blow up, but it wasn't consistent, right? It wasn't seamless. And I picked up on those little things like that. So for me, cinematography, you get a 3.5 out of 5 also for cinematography. So not bad, but not good either, So we're going to keep this thing going. Next category, storytelling. We have to talk about the storytelling in this movie from start to finish. We gotta talk about it, man. The movie starts off action, straight to the shits, bro. First scene, somebody getting shot, and Michael B. Jordan coming out of water, bro. So we get straight to it. But this movie was just random. Like, things just happened that didn't make sense. There's a lot of pop-ups, like something miraculous or bad would happen, but then they'll just go straight to another scene of them finding somebody, or they're looking for somebody, but they just randomly find them, right? You don't know how they found these individuals. So things didn't make sense. The action scenes weren't as fluid as, just like I stated in cinematography. Things didn't make sense. No time references as well. Like, I don't know if this movie was shot in the past, if this takes place in the present, in the future. So it's kind of very hard to get a gauge of when does this take place, right? And so, obviously, spoilers alert, we're talking about the movie, but his family gets shot, he gets shot up, and then they go to the next scene where he's rehab, and then they go to the next scene of he's trying to get back on the task force. It doesn't say like a 6 months later, a couple weeks later. So it feels sped up, but it doesn't make sense to speed things up, right? Like, they did not go in depth of the storytelling, in my opinion, on this movie. Like I said, no healing time, and there's no cops in this movie. Like, bro, so many people died in this movie. Especially Russians on American soil, but I don't see any cops in America. Things just weren't adding up. It was like people got murdered, his family got murdered, his wife and daughter got murdered, but it's like, oh, okay, it's you in the military, toughen it out, you know. So it didn't make sense. Another thing, they were knocking off his friends, man. His friends. I'm trying out this new camera, so you know, don't kill me over here. So they knocked off his people, man. Like, they had small roles, but it was good. I mean, I think it kind of, like I said, Russia wanted to start a war, so they went straight into it. It made sense on why Michael B. Jordan, why they wanted to assassinate him. I can understand that, but they also set up those individuals, so why would they not set him up, you know, when he's out of his comfort zone, or them thinking that he's asleep at home and it didn't go as planned. And one thing that kind of bothered me, I understand, you know, he lost his wife, she got shot up, but they were expecting his daughter, man, and in like less than a month, he don't even bring up his daughter, bro. He brings up his wife all the time, and he don't bring up his daughter, which I don't understand that, but I have a son, so if he was to pass, that's the first thing I'm bringing up, right? Or if he was unborn, that's the first thing I'm bringing up. He doesn't bring up his daughter one time. He talks about losing his love of his life, which somebody in the comments explained to me how that's more important than, you know, your daughter, soon-to-be daughter. And another thing that didn't add up, storytelling. This is bad, bro. This man got shot in the chest and the arms, and he couldn't barely move. But then he climbs to his wife, but his legs don't work. Like, that don't... Like I said, we got to talk about these things when I'm rating these movies. Every movie gets it. I have to be this critical, and it doesn't make sense to me at all. So storytelling overall is going to get a 3 out of 5 for me. Some of the storyline I liked, but more of it I didn't. So you're almost at the average 2.5 to 3. So I'm gonna give them a 3 for that. Did I get what I bought? This is the next category. We got to talk about this, man. Once again, it's on Amazon, so you didn't have to spend any extra money. You know, like Disney Plus, they release movies and you got to pay an extra $20, even though you have the subscription. So Amazon, you don't have to do this. But going into this movie, I'm like, oh, this movie is about to be the Black Jason Bourne, which is another good movie, good series to go watch. But I'm thinking this is going to be the next Jason Bourne, man. And watching this felt more like a black Call of Duty character that got its own film. It was just okay. It was just okay, man. I was very excited. One thing that I do not like, well, first off, the storyline was kind of hard to tell, kind of where they're going with this, if there's people backstabbing them, if it's not, which obviously they got to it at the end, but just following the movie was very inconsistent and choppy. But the best, this is a pet peeve that I need to talk to a producer or a person executive producer, whoever makes the filming. One of the best scenes was in the trailer. Come on, man. Like, that has to be better. We got to get better at that. You know, if it's 4 or 5 great scenes, okay, put one in there. But if you see the movie like, all right, well, it's only 2 great scenes, you can't put one of them in the trailer. I understand you got to get people to come and watch, but I really don't like that. One of the best scenes was in the trailer and only had almost 2 good scenes, you know, and that was the fire scene when you put the gasoline around the car and hopped in. To me, that was one of the best scenes in the movie. So, did I get what I bought? No, I didn't. I did not. So this is a 2.5 out of 5 for me, man. Last category. Is it a must-see? Well, I really like Michael B. Jordan. He's in it. Jodie Smith is good. I think the storyline, like I said, was very average. But it's a pandemic, man. There ain't too many movies coming out. So if you don't have anything to do and you're a big fan of Michael B. Jordan, I think he's going to bring the traffic to this movie. Maybe and some of the Tom Clancy fans that, you know, he did Rainbow Six, so some of those fans might come over and watch this movie. But I see Michael B. Jordan in better movies like Fruitvale Station, Creed, obviously Black Panther, so you can kind of hold off on this. And the movie wasn't too realistic, but, you know, like it was, the plane crashes and he just magically just swims down with the plane and saves all the gear and they got all their gear. Like, things were just not adding up. But is it a must-see? I'm going to say 3 out of 5. So, overall, drum roll, Without Remorse, this is my Cornbread review. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 based on those categories. Acting, cinematography, storytelling, did I get what I bought, and is it a must-see? 3 out of 5. Go ahead and check this list of my 2021 Cornbread movie review so far. Let me know what you think. And like I say, every Cornbread movie review that we're doing for movies, you're going to get a forgotten movie too. You know, I'm not going to forget about the people out there who are looking for a good movie to watch. Maybe they don't have some of these subscriptions, but they can go back and watch these movies or double back and watch it, right? That's why I'm here, to spread my knowledge of movies and love, man. So my forgotten movie for this episode is Inside Out. That's right, Inside Out. Something for the kids, man. This movie is a Pixar movie. I love Pixar, man. Monsters, Inc. is my favorite Pixar movie. Obviously, I grew up on Toy Story, so this movie's a Pixar movie. Came out in 2015. All right, take y'all back a little bit. It is rated G. So this movie deals with a teenager going through 5 emotions. The premise is everybody has 5 emotions every day, right? But this follows a girl that has 5 emotions. And you get the ups and downs of her life, right? She's going through some things, all right? Everybody's different, though. You know, my 5 emotions are the same categories, like anger or happy, but it's how we handle it different, which one's more dominant. So you'll get that from this female. So if you have a preteen and kind of figure out what's going on with them, or it's a good family night movie, man. Like I said, check it out, Inside Out. These aren't spoilers. I just want y'all to go back and watch these movies. So thank you again for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. Like I said, I'm trying out this new camera. Hopefully you like it. Trying to shoot in 4K a little bit. Leave some comments. Please like the video and share it. Or if you don't like it, don't dislike it, right? Just tell me, hit me up, call me. But I appreciate y'all as always. I'm always going to be back. I might actually drop another TV show that y'all should be watching. So that might be soon. All right. Take care. I love y'all. Peace.